Al-Bukhari 2211 narrated Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Hind, the mother of Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Abu Sufyan radiallahu ta'ala anha, her husband, is a officer. Am I allowed to take from his money secretly? The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said to her, you and your sons may take what is sufficient, reasonably and fairly. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2212 narrated Hisham bin Urwa radiallahu ta'ala anhu from his father, who heard Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anhu saying the holy verse, whoever amongst the guardians is rich, he should take no wage from the property of the orphans, but if he is poor, let him have for himself what is just and reasonable according to his labor. 4.6 was revealed concerning the guardians of the orphan who looks after them and manage favorably them financial affair. If the guardian is poor, he could have from it what is just and reasonable according to his labor. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2213 narrated Jabir radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, gave permission to the partner in every joint property, but if the boundaries of the property were demarcated or the way and street were fixed, then there was no preemption. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2214 narrated Jabir bin Abdullah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, decided the validity of preemption in every joint undivided property, but if boundaries were well marked or the ways and street were fixed, then there was no preemption. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2014b narrated Musaddad from Abdul Wahid radiallahu ta'ala anhu. The same as above, but said in every joint undivided things, narrated Hisham radiallahu ta'ala anhu from Ma'mar. The same as above, but said in every property. Sahih Al-Bukhari 2215 narrated Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, while three persons were walking, rain began to fall and they had to enter a cave in a mountains. A big rock rolled over and blocked the mouth of the cave. They said to each other, invoke Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the best deed you have performed, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might remove the rock. One of them said, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my parents were old and I used to go out for grazing my animals. On my return, I would milk the animals and take the milk in a vessel to my parents to drink. After they had drunk from it, I would give it to my children, family and wife. One day I was delayed and on my return I found my parents sleeping and I disliked to wake them up. The children were crying at my feet because of hunger. That state of affairs continued till it was dawn. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you regard that I did it for your sake, then please remove the rock so that we may see the sky. So the rock was moved a bit. The second says, Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know that I was in love with a cousin of mine, like the deepest love a man may have for a woman, and she told me that I would not get my desire fulfilled unless I paid her 100 dinars, gold pieces. So I struggled for it till I gathered the desired amount and when I sat in between her legs, told me to be afraid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and asked me not to deflower her except rightfully by marriage. So I got up and left her. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you regard that I did for your sake, kindly remove this rock. So too, as the rock was removed, then the third man said, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no doubt you know that once I employed a worker for one farag, 3 sales of millet, and when I wanted to pay him, he refused to take it, so I solved it, and from its yield I bought cows and a shepherd. After a time that man came and demanded his money. I said to him, go to those cows and the shepherd and take them, for they are for you. He asked me whether I was joking with him. I told him that I was not joking with him, and all that belonged to him. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you regard that I did it sincerely for your sake, then please remove the rock. So the rock was removed completely from the mouth of the cave. Like and subscribe my channel for more of these videos. Allah bless you. Allah Hafiz.